I want you to imagine that you're born into poverty. You're born into the poorest town in your state.
Breaking news out of Pike County, Ohio. A mass shooting today in different locations. We have team coverage today here.
With no access to internet. You come from a broken family, struggling to make ends meet, on welfare as a young child. Your dad is abusive. Your mom raises your brother and yourself as best as she can, barely managing to make ends meet. What if I told you that regardless of that situation, you had the power to change everything in your life? You go from welfare to penthouses and $250,000 cars. You travel the world with your best friends like you always dreamed of. And you move your mom out of your childhood home into a brand new Miami house. Now, this sounds like the script of a Hallmark movie, but it was my actual life. And I want to give you guys a look into where I've been today and how I got to where I'm at. Whether you're in a bad situation now or whether you just are in a situation that you don't want to be in, like working a 9-to-5 or going down the traditional path, I want to show you guys exactly, no holding back anything, how I got from where I was and what you just saw to where I'm at today. Today, I have millions of dollars. I own 2 very, very successful companies. I own a software company. I own an education company. I drive a G-Wagon. My mom is retired. I'm traveling the world this summer with my best friends and I don't give a fuck about how much money I spend, and I literally live life on my own terms. My trajectory is absurd, and I will be worth hundreds of millions of dollars before I'm 30 years old. And that sounds crazy, and that's impressive, and it's cool, whatever. But I want you guys to understand that getting there was not easy, but there's one thing that I did that made, I think, all the difference. And it can do the same for you. Now, I'm not doing this to brag. I'm not doing this to seek attention. And I'm not showing you this intro in an effort to try to boast or make myself look cool. I'm doing this because I want you guys to see from a real level, not like a guru that's like showing you a Lambo and saying, oh, you can have all these things. I want to show you guys, I come from dirt. I don't even know what ethnicity I am. I don't have any family. I have no family history. And now, by the time I'm 30 years old, I will never have to even think about another purchase for the rest of my life. My family will never struggle. And my kids will never see the horror that I had to see as a child. And I did all of this with a phone, a laptop, and hard work. That's it. And the thing that I'm talking about that enabled me to do all of this is something called high ticket sales. So if I have your attention and you're ready to learn exactly how to change your own life with one skill, grab a pen and paper, and over the next 20 minutes, I'm going to show you guys step by step how I went from that to where I'm at now using the skill of sales. So let's start off. What is high ticket sales? Guys, high ticket sales is simply selling expensive items. That's it. There is no crazy definition. We don't need to give it some weird terminology. It is just selling expensive items. That way you make a lot of commission on each sale. So my favorite high ticket items to sell happen to be in the B2C space. B2C means business to consumer. And this is things like coaching, courses, agency services, consulting, things of that manner. It's okay to sell watches. It's okay to sell planes. It's okay to sell really, really high price tag stuff. But the reason I like this space is I can sell as many of them as I want to, and the company I work for can still handle fulfillment and still get those people results. Unlike if I were to go sell, for example, Facebook ads for an agency, they can probably only handle so many people at a time, which is why I prefer that over anything else. The other benefit to selling in this kind of space in this high ticket sales industry is it's remote. I can literally sit here at my desk like I am now, and I can make anywhere from $500 to $1,000 a day simply for taking calls for people. All I need is a laptop or my phone, and I can sit in the comfort of my own home and work, or I could go sit on a beach, which by the way, that sucks. You never ever want to work on a beach. That's a complete myth that's been told to you. But the point is you can work remotely from anywhere. So how does it work? Well, you see all these people like myself, like my friend Eman, my friend Seb, all these people sell high ticket programs. They sell offers, they sell products because people want to learn from them. They want to learn, hey, how did you get to where you're at? How did you go from welfare to making millions of dollars in your 20s? People want to pay for that information. So every single time someone wants to learn that, there has to be someone to help them make that decision. And if you're buying something that is anywhere from like $2,000 or more, you're not going to be typically buying that on a checkout button on a website, right? You're not going to put your credit card in and hit checkout. More than likely, what you're going to do is speak with a human being because you have questions, you have concerns, and a lot of times you have fear, which is the job of the salesperson to help you overcome those things so that you can come to a buying decision, whether that's right for you or not. So these people like myself and the examples I gave you before, they will employ what we call high ticket closers or appointment setters in their company. For example, I have 5 salespeople that work for me right now. We We do millions of dollars per year with our offer and with our company. And even my other company, which is software, it's high ticket software. Every single customer that buys from us has to buy on a sales call. So you're not going to just like go buy my $5,000 software or my $5,000 service with a click. You're going to speak with a person and see if it's a custom fit or what you need for your business or for your personal needs. And that is the beautiful part about high ticket sales, is the more success there is in business, which if you understand anything about business, it will continue to grow. We live in a capitalistic society, so people are always going to be selling something. The more that grows, the more there is a demand for good salespeople. And if you have any fear of, oh, I've heard about this a lot, it might be saturated, that's completely wrong, because the problem is there's a lot of salespeople, but there's not a lot of good salespeople. And I know that for myself and all the clients that I've worked with, our biggest problem in the industry right now in the sales space is good, talented salespeople. As a salesperson, either an appointment setter or a closer in this space, you can expect to make anywhere from $3,000 to even $30,000 to $50,000. We just had a kid yesterday in our community literally have a $30,000 week. In a week, he made $30,000. And I've seen students do $65K in a month, $37K in a month, $42K in a month. And now this guy's doing $30,000 in a week. I myself was doing $30,000 a month as a 20-year-old. And I'm telling you, it might sound too good to be true. And it might sound outrageous. It might sound outlandish, but it's real numbers and we can show you proof and everybody else can show you proof as well. So the question that is on your mind is, how does someone with no experience get into high ticket sales? Well, there's a couple of ways. You can either go the hard way or the easy way. The hard way is what I did. I didn't buy a program. I didn't learn from anybody. I just went and started trying to sell and get a sales role and sell my own offer when I had an agency. And then eventually I got good enough at sales where I could shut down my agency and go sell for somebody else. That took me 3 years before I got to the point where I was making $30,000 a month as a closer. Whereas the easy way is getting into a program. I wish I would have done that. It would have saved me a lot of time, but obviously financially, maybe that's not a good fit for everybody. Like I said, this video is made for you guys to change your life and not to sell you a program. But in reality, if you learn from someone who is where you want to be, your progress is going to be sped up a lot faster, right? And the analogy I always give is, if I want to learn basketball, am I going to get more value from going in a gym by myself and putting up shots? Or am I going to get more value from being coached by LeBron James? Obviously, LeBron is going to help me a lot, but I'm probably going to have to pay LeBron. So it depends on your financial situation. If I had the funds, I would 100% invest into a program like Closer Cartel that shows you sales. You do training with us. We do mock calls. We do coaching calls, and we give you opportunities. But if you can't afford that, it's totally fine. You can do this yourself. You're just going to have to grind it out and eat dirt a little bit. The two things that you need to have success in sales is very simple. You need a good offer to sell. So that means, who do you work for? What personal brand? What do they sell? What results are they trying to get for their clients? And then you need good skill. That's it. If you get those two things right, you will see the numbers that I'm talking about, this $5, $10, $15, $20, $30,000 a month. The offer is very, very important. And guys, in today's age of everyone and their mom is coming out with a sales program and sales coaching and guaranteed placement and all this stuff, there's a lot of nonsense and there's a lot of bullshit in the space. So you need to be very aware of what is good and what is not. And here's a couple tips on how to vet an offer to know if it's a scam or if it's probably legit. So when I'm vetting an offer, what I want to look for is a few things. Number one, who is the personal brand, or what is like the face of the company? Okay. I'm the face of Closer Cartel. I have a great brand. I'm very trustworthy. People love and respect me. So it makes it really easy for my guys to sell our offer. For example, E-Man. E-Man is very loved and respected, so it's very easy for people to sell his offer. But if you go to someone that is a little bit scammy, and I'm not going to say any names, people are going to get on that call with skepticism, and they're not going to have full trust. And sales is all about trust and certainty. So that's number one, good personal brand. Number two is good volume. And volume means, how many calls are you going to be getting? How many leads are you going to be getting if you're an appointment setter? How many messages are coming into that inbox if you're a DM setter, right? That's very, very important, because in sales, we play a commission-only game, and it's risky because you're only paid commission. So you want to make sure you get plenty of at-bats, because if you're playing baseball and they never pitch to you, you're never going to hit the ball, okay? So sales is the same way, and we want to make sure that we get plenty of volume. We work with companies that are doing at least $50,000 a month. You can do sometimes under if you're a complete beginner, just to get some experience. But if you're really trying to make big boy numbers, you want a $100,000 a month company, because if they give you 10% and you collect all the deals for that company, you're going to make $10,000. That's the simple math. Number three is, are there already other successful salespeople on the offer? Okay. So if there's an offer and there's already closers that are making $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month, great. I feel confident because I know everything's been proven out. The sales process, the marketing, the offer, the brand, it's all been proven. But if I'm the first person they're hiring, it might not be the best thing. So if you guys are in Facebook groups, for example, which I don't recommend, I taught this 2 years ago and now it is saturated. Everyone has copied the method that we gave out about 2 years ago. There's a lot of people that are trying to prey on you guys and sell you a program. You should not be buying a program to get a job. It's one thing to buy a program like Closer Cartel where we show you how to go get jobs. It's not with us, it's with other companies. It's the skill of doing outreach and finding opportunities. But to actually pay to work for somebody is a complete scam, and you guys need to be aware of that as well. So the question that I get asked most is next, where to find offers, okay? Guys, I'll be honest with you. In a space where everybody is trying to sell a program about sales, there's a lot of people that come in as complete beginners and they use DM scripts and they use outreach methods and they use this and they use that. And what happens as a byproduct of that is people start to get annoyed. For example, I get 100 DMs a day of people literally using my exact same strategy that I give out on YouTube, my exact wording and everything to myself. I don't know why they think it's gonna work on me because I'm the one teaching it, but I do. And I know I get annoyed by that. So then I start to not read my DMs, and then that method therefore becomes less effective. So the most effective way for you guys to get clients right now, I have two. I have an easy and I have a hard way. The hard way is going to be you going and doing Instagram outreach, okay? Facebook groups are not it anymore. They're not the move, but targeted Instagram outreach with a nice personal message, a nice well-constructed DM, something very personal, something that is real, and it's not just like copy paste. That is still going to work. Guys, I built my whole brand and my whole business off of sending DMs to very, very big people. They ended up kind of putting me on, and I was working for them, and they were the first people that I had offers with, right? And it was simply from sending a good DM, being a likable person, having a profile that looks like I'm trustworthy and I'm professional. And I'm telling you, you might have to send 500 DMs, but what is the alternative? You go work a 9 to 5, you go to college, you go work construction. If that's the alternative, I'll send 500 DMs any day, okay? So it might take a little bit of work, but that is the best way, and that's the hard method. The easy method is going to be something that I'm going to be honest with you guys. It's my new company. It's called Closify. It is a software platform where we connect businesses with salespeople. If you're completely new and you have no experience, we can let you on the platform, but you're not going to be able to message business owners, okay? The reason is the same reason Facebook groups get really, really bad is you guys are going to just spam them. So what we're going to do is rookie appointment setters that have no experience at all. You can still get on the platform, but we will simply label you as rookie appointment setter and they can reach out to you. So you can't reach out to them, but they can reach out to you. So if you make a good profile, you make a good video, and you seem like someone that they would want to hire, they'll reach out to you. The other two options are you do have experience and you are a closer, or you have been an appointment setter and you can prove both of those. Guys, you can message businesses can message you. You're going to get easy access to that. And it's only $50 a month. That's my new company, our new software. It's called Closify. But I'm telling you, you don't really need to do either or. They do work. Both have worked. And I did, obviously, the Instagram DMs. I didn't do Closify because it didn't exist until we just built this company. But that is how I would go get my offer. I would send a good DM or I would build a profile on Closify. But guys, once you do these things, you know what high ticket sales is. You know what you need to be successful. You know how to get an offer, and you know the math that goes into making that kind of money. I am telling you from the bottom of my heart, if I was on my deathbed and I had to give one skill to like a young child of mine or my son or whatever, I would try to give them the skill of sales. It changed my life, and I hope you guys can tell how sincere I'm being on this video. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I genuinely want you guys to learn this skill. I want you to master this skill, and I want you to implement it into your life so that you can do what I did. I literally went from the worst situation that I've seen. Like even a lot of my friends that come from rough situations, I don't think it was that bad. And it took me from where I was to where I am now, to where you are watching me on a YouTube video because you respect what I say and you like to listen to what I say. That's absurd to me. I shouldn't be known by you guys. And I'm telling you, the only reason that I have these skills is because I started with sales. Sales enabled me to be a marketer. It enabled me to be a good leader. It enabled me to be a good manager of people and to do everything that I'm doing forward, like software and real estate eventually and all these other things. So guys, that is what I would do to completely change my life with high ticket sales. If you want help, shoot me a DM or click the button below. Somewhere in this description we'll have a link and you guys can book a call with our team. But again, I'm not trying to sell you anything. I genuinely just want to give you guys as much value as I can and sort of help you out. High ticket sales is a great industry. It is a great business model and it's a great thing to get into, but you got to be willing to work hard. Don't get into this and expect to just be handed to you and magically make 30K a month. You're gonna have to work your face off, but it's the kind of vehicle that will reward you in direct proportion to how hard you work. So thank you. I'm rooting for you, and I'll see you guys later.